looks like it's set.
All right, so hey everybody, I don't know if you're on yet. Hard for me to tell. I'm not actually looking at the control room. A lot of things are a little different this time around, folks. For one thing, I can't see your comments right now because my laptop is not working, and even though I have my new computer, it's not up right now. It's not set up, and I am doing this totally unable to see your comments, unable to see what y'all have to say. My brother is here with me, but he's not gaming with us just yet. He may join later. I don't know. We're probably not going to make this a long one, guys, because it's pretty late here, and we've still got more moving to do tomorrow. But my brother will be looking over the comments because he can see them on his screen, and he will let me know if you have anything important or relevant to say, like any questions or anything, and I'll try my best to answer them. So, anything good, bro?
Herb is stopping. He says poggers.
Okay, poggers. Appreciate that, guys. Appreciate that. All right, so let me go ahead and get a few things clear out of the way. I want to get started with this, and we'll get to the gaming part. So yesterday, For Honor did its April Fool's joke, which was Playground. I am so disappointed that they didn't let that go for a week. I would have loved that for a whole week. Guys, that was one of the funniest things I've seen in a while. I'm glad I got to play a little bit of that because that was so entertaining. So if you didn't get to play it, let me lay it out for you. They had really cutesy baby music playing in the background. They made all the weapons made of foam, and anytime you hit an opponent, it made a squeak toy sound effect, and confetti would fly everywhere. And there was no blood. It was all just rainbows and glitter flying everywhere. And when a character died, they got black X marks on their eyes and their tongue sticking out in a comedic way. The minions were replaced by toy soldiers that sort of bounced around. It was basically For Honor babified. It was one of the funniest things. I loved it. I loved it so much. And now I said this in the Discord. I think that this, even though it was a one-day-long April Fool's joke, was a superior April Fool's Day event for Ubisoft than the over a week-long Rainbow is Magic event that Rainbow Six is holding. And here are a few reasons why. I want to lay this out real quick. So firstly, I think it's better, for one thing, because think about this for a second. What was last year's April Fool's joke for Honor? It was the minified heroes. You know, they had all the heroes minified, smaller than the minions, but their weapons were the same size, so it looked really comical. They didn't repeat that this year. They did something totally different. What did Rainbow Six Siege do last year? Rainbow is Magic. What do they do this year? Rainbow is Magic. They had no other ideas, so they just repeated last year's idea, hoping we wouldn't notice. Now, is Rainbow is Magic fun? Well, yes, but one, it's limited to only one map. Two, it's been done, and three, it only really applies cosmetics to 4 characters. The rest all just are different colors. I feel like there could have been a lot more to that, and For Honor, I think, did. They took it and made it more creative, in my opinion. I think it was funny. I think it was silly. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that event mode.
I enjoy the X's and tongues mostly.
Yeah, the tongue.
Currently debating if you're a raven, what bird I am. They're going with lark right now.
We'll figure that out. I haven't thought about what bird you are.
Oh yeah, no. Last year for Rainbow they did a puppet mode, but the year before it was Rainbow.
No. They did the puppet mode for Halloween.
Oh yeah, you're right. Which was legitimately scary.
Yeah, it was legitimately horrifying. Yeah, no question. But anyway, all right. So now let's talk about the testing grounds. I want to talk about my thoughts on it before I go into it, okay? Because if I go into it while talking about it, I'm gonna get distracted. So let's talk about each one that got an upgrade. Let's start with Gladiator. My boy or girl Glad, whichever one we go with. Gladiator did not need anything, okay? Gladiator's annoying to me enough as she is, okay? What they did to her was they increased the damage of toe stab. They increased the range of the dodge punch. They gave her more options to go into her skewer ability. And all of that alone, look, increasing the damage of toe stab, that annoys me because toe stab is such a spammable thing. Increasing the range of the punch, okay, I'm fine with that. That's okay. Giving her more options to skewer. Y'all know what people do with the skewer, right? They tend to feint out of it to guard break or toe stab. So I really don't see the need of that. It's just giving her more feinting opportunities. So really didn't care about Gladiator's rework. I mean, it's fine, I guess. If you're a big Gladiator main, you're gonna love it. Wasn't my thing. Not really what I was interested in. Berserker. Berserker basically got upped a little bit. Her overhead light attack now does more damage. Her dodge light is enhanced, so she can go through a block and continue the combo, which, okay, I'm cool with that. That's fine. And her forward dashing heavy can now go further, so it can chase down running away opponents. I like that. I think that helps Berserker out, makes Berserker more viable. But honestly, unless you're a hardcore Berserker main, you're not going to notice the difference. I didn't notice the difference when I tried her out, so I didn't notice that much. But if you're a hardcore Berserker main, go crazy, enjoy that. It's all you. Next up is Shugoki Boy. I played against several Shugoki in the testing grounds, and I noticed one thing consistently. They have all become very hug happy. The big difference with Shugoki now is Shugoki's demon charge has been taken away. He now has a double sprint like Shinobi, where he can run faster on the map. It doesn't knock anyone over. It's not unblockable. It just allows him to go faster so that he can have more map control rather than just sticking in one area. I like that. One of my biggest complaints about Shugoki was that you just kind of leave him in one spot and he can't participate. He just kind of sits around and does nothing because he can't keep up with the rest of the group. So I like this. I like that he can move better now. He also now has lost his hyper armor on lights and has lost it on his hug. And his hug has been changed. No longer can he do it out of a heavy. He does it out of neutral. And I'm okay with that, but as long as you realize he's now going to be very hug happy. You know, that's what he's going to be now. And what happened to me was quite often I was pushed into a corner by a Shugoki and a Warlord, and the Warlord would wail on me while the Shugoki just hugged me. You know, it just turned into this hug-happy thing. Now, the hug is still dodgeable, so it's not unbeatable, but it's still kind of annoying, so, you know, deal with that as you will. You know, to me, this helps and hurts Shugoki. His ability to trade blows has always been Shugoki's claim to fame. I'm not saying he can't trade blows, but now he's going to have to actually think more. And that's what I think is a good thing. The more you have to think about a character and their actions, the better. But lots of people who play Shugoki do not think. They just turn off their brains and play big boy. And I think that's going to hurt them and make them angry. You know, I think Shugoki's going to appeal to a different kind of player. Next up, Aramusha. All right, let's talk Aramusha. Aramusha got some huge changes. First of all, his blade blockade, that ability where he blocks any attack with his blades, he can now only kick or do an unblockable light from above or an unblockable heavy from the side. Any hit is guaranteed, the light or the heavy. So it's a guaranteed hit, and it's very fast, which is awesome. I'm cool with those changes. They took away his ring the bell animation for the blade blockade, but replaced it as a soft feint from a heavy or forward dash heavy. I like that. I like that. It applies neutral pressure. I like that because a character can no longer just sit there and say, all right, I'm just going to parry or block his attack. Nope, now they got to think. Do I dodge? Do I block? How do I handle this? Aramusha can now pressure a little bit more. I like that. He can now do his endless chain from any direction combination. He just can't repeat one. So he can go left, then right, then left, then right. He doesn't have to go left, up, left, up, right, up. Because in the past, that's what he had to do. He always had to go from a left or right to an up. Now he can do it in any combination he wants as long as he doesn't repeat one. So I think that's cool. I think that makes him more unpredictable. So if you're an Aramusha main, be happy with that. And then the other big change is his forward dash heavy attack now only comes from the top instead of choosing your direction, which I think people are not going to like, but I think that's okay. I think it's cool that he has that because now he can feint into his ring the bell, which I think is a good thing. So honestly, I like Aramusha's changes. It's going to take me a little while to get used to them, but you know, that's just me. I always take a little while to get used to new stuff, and Aramusha was never my main to begin with. So, hey, take it for what it's worth. I think it's a good change. Hitakiri. I I got into a disagreement with some folks on Discord about my opinion on Hitakiri, but after playing it out, I see what people are talking about. The problem is, I think that this puts Hitakiri just about right where she was when she first came out, as a very irritating character. But let me explain what I mean. So Hitakiri can now enter her infinite heavy chain from just about anything now. From her forward dash heavy, from her kick or sweep. In fact, her sweep now, in the past, her leg sweep only guaranteed a light, not a heavy. Now it guarantees a heavy, and she can continue into her heavy chain from it. And she can do it from a zone, so after a zone attack, she can go into her heavy chain. And, I just feel like I keep saying "and" with Hitakiri. It's true.
Always something more.
Yeah, exactly. And then after that, she can do a side dodge heavy, which the animation for looks cool, by the way. It's a cool side dodge heavy, which allows her to deal with bashers better. I like the side dodge heavy. I think that's a good addition. She can then go into her heavy chain from the side dodge heavy. She can just flow into these chains. Now, on the one hand, that's a good thing. I like that she can go into this flowing movement. That's fine. That's not a problem. Here's where it gets weird, though. She can now have hyper armor on any heavy after the button is released. That means while she's charging the heavy, she's vulnerable. While she's not charging the heavy, once she releases the button, she is now hyper armored. Let me tell you why that's weird. It will now discourage the Hitakiri from charging her heavies unless she's in the gank and knows she can take advantage of it. Why is that a problem? Because now Hitakiris are just going to want to spam that heavy, and that's going to make them either more parryable, and it also means that a character doesn't have to sit there and go, oh wait, she's charging. Does that mean I need to wait and brace, or does that mean I need to dodge? No, they're just going to hit with a light because they're still charging. I don't know. I think it's going to be a weird trade-off. I need to play more Hitakiri to see how I feel about it, but right now, she's just a little annoying to me. Not bad, just annoying. I feel like I need to play her a bit more to get a feel for this new change, but as it is, if anything, I like the side dodge heavy. That's going to help her deal with bashes a lot better, and I also like the fact that she can now guarantee a heavy on the sweep. That's good. So, totally fine with that. Hitakiri is a change that I need to get used to. And then last two. JJ, Jian Jun. Of all of them, this is my favorite update. I love what they did with JJ. I was complaining from the very beginning that JJ felt like a very weak character because his heavies did not do enough damage and they were way too slow, way too easy to predict. The best thing you could do with JJ was do a heavy, then cancel it or feint it into a light with a dodge, and then try to get a guard break. That was the best thing you could do because they're so easy to predict. And that wastes your stamina. Now you might think, oh, well, he can gain it back with Shifu's pose. Yeah, but Shifu's pose totally leaves you vulnerable. So what they did, I think, was smart. So his heavies now cost a little less stamina. They do a little more damage. He can now guarantee an overhead heavy on the guard break. He cannot guarantee a side heavy. He can after a light parry, if that makes sense, if y'all are keeping up. Okay. Other than that, his Shifu's pose, he can now do an unblockable zone attack from Shifu's pose, which is great, because I'll tell you why I like that. When Jian Jun enters Shifu's pose, the first thing everyone wants to do is get in close and guard break him or hit him with a heavy, because he can't block. So once they get in close, unleash that unblockable zone and sweep them all away from you. I love that. Other than that, another thing he can do, which I really like, JJ can now soft feint out of his second heavy into a guard break. That's wonderful. I love that. It's great bait material. Your opponent actually has to think. They have to say, okay, do I want to parry? Do I want to dodge? Or do I want to risk getting guard broken? It applies pressure, which JJ needed to be able to do. So I'm totally fond of what JJ is able to do now. This is good. What they did with JJ is awesome. I like it. I enjoyed playing him. I was actually dominating a little as the old man. Let's see where that goes. Okay. And then lastly, Zhanhu.
By the way, you got some people that are agreeing with you on the unblockable Sifu pose.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's awesome. I think that's such a good. Okay, now let's talk about Zhanhu. All right, I'm a little mixed on Zhanhu. So on the one hand, here are the changes. Zhanhu, they said that the complaint was they guaranteed Zhanhu is going to be all about endless opportunity, endless attack. You know, you never stop, and that's not what she really was. So what do? They have made it so that after her finishing blow, her finishing heavy, her recovery can then go into a dodge light or heavy. This means that the combo never really ends. In effect, it is an endless chain, so long as the thing to follow is a dodge. Now, how do I feel about that? I like it. I think that's a good change. It makes Zhanhu more flowing. It makes Zhanhu move better. It makes Zhanhu able to apply a lot of pressure very quickly. The warrior actually has to think about what they're doing. They don't just have to say, oh, well, here comes the last attack. You're either going to guard break me or you're going to finish the attack. Either way, all I got to do is hunker down or dodge roll backwards. No, Zhanhu's actually thinking things through. I like that. And the character has to think things through. It's a pressure game. Then she can... Now, here's where it gets weird for me. On the one hand, I like this, but here's where it gets weird. Firstly, zone attack was slowed down. I don't know why. The zone attack never bothered me too much because it can only come from one direction. So I always kind of know which guard to keep up. So, whatever. Secondly, y'all know that when she does the superior block on dodge or anything like that, she can go into her palm strike retaliation. I never liked that palm strike retaliation. The reason why? No one uses it because it doesn't guarantee anything but a light. And frankly, you can do better than that. So they took that away, but in exchange, if they get the superior block on dodge, their next attack, be it light or heavy, is unblockable. I don't know. I feel like it was going to hit regardless, but whatever. And then they can now activate the palm strike on any dodge forward with the guard break button, and then go into their light or heavy. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. It's just going to be another spammable move to apply pressure, a lot like Warlord's headbutt. I don't know. It doesn't bother me, I guess. It just feels like an odd change.
I'm still not over the original Zhanhu breakdance.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm terrible, but still.
Well, my point is, I don't know. I'm still kind of on the fence. It's only I played Zhanhu for only one round in testing grounds, so it's not like I'm just sitting here going, "Oh, I hate it. I don't like it." No, I get it. I get the appeal, but I'm just not sure how I feel about it. It's not like when I played JJ. When I played JJ, I could feel the difference. I felt like this was such a good update. Playing Zhanhu, I was kind of like, it's okay, but I have grievances.
So he was on fire, but he could be more on fire.
Yes, that's the best way to say it. She's fire. She could be more on fire. Okay, so now that I've bored you to tears with my analysis of the situation, let's go ahead and go to testing grounds.
I think I might be able to get in with you.
All right, my bro wants to get on with me.
We can attempt it at the very least.
I'm gonna bring you on, bro.
And Croissant is still questioning how I feel as being a lark. We'll discuss this at a later date. Alright. If you haven't already, make the party so that we're only talking to the people on YouTube.
Okay. So let's do it. I'm gonna check settings real quick, make sure that we're not make sure that no one can hear us. Voice chat is disabled, so they can't hear me. We're good. We're gonna go to testing grounds. Will, do you want matchmaking? Oh, wait, we can't turn off matchmaking. Okay, you don't mind?
It is what it is.
All right, let's go. Keep an eye on the chat for me, William. If you see any questions, let me know.
Bob Thing asks, Raven, what do you think of HL rework?
The what rework?
Think of a HL rework.
A Highlander rework?
I assume that's what he's talking about.
I wouldn't mind one, but right now Highlander's kind of OP as he is. He might need a nerf more than anything. All right. We're going to go one of the guys who got fixed. So let's play Aramusha.
He plays on PS4. They're asking what we had. The guy asking which platform you play.
Yeah, we play on PS4. At some point, I will probably get For Honor on PC, but not right now.
Okay, here's an interesting question. So if you were to come up with a rework or buff for Orochi, what would you like?
A rework or buff for Orochi? Orochi's problem right now is he's way too light happy. And the problem I have with that is it guarantees success, but it doesn't guarantee fun. I would be bored if all I did with an Orochi is just light spam. So if I were to fix Orochi, I would remove some of his light combo. Like maybe have him do 2 light combos rather than 3 light combos. I would also add a stamina penalty, a larger stamina penalty for 3 lights in a row. I would do that. I also would change his rushing wind technique, like his storm surge technique, where he pulls back and then does a rushing forward heavy and does it from 3 different directions. I like that, but again, here's the thing with here's what it is, guys. Orochi's problem, besides his light spam, is it's all a guessing game with him. Oh, is my light going to come from this way or this way or this way? Oh, is my storm surge going to come from this way or this way or this way? You're playing rock paper scissors with a spammer. That's what it is. And then his other big idea is he does an overhead unblockable, but is it going to hit or am I going to guard break you? Oh no. It's a game of rock, paper, scissors with a spammer. That's what it is. So what I would do is make it so that it's not so much about playing rock, paper, scissors, it's about implementing it the right way. For example, what does an Orochi always do when you come in for a bash or attack? Step back, light attack. Okay, I wouldn't. That's one way to respond to it. What if you gave him more options? What if you made it so that he didn't just have to light? What if he could dodge around or dodge back and then go into his storm surge? Maybe the storm surge gains an undodgeable effect from any direction. Maybe, or maybe it's just undodgeable in general, but it only comes from one direction. You know, there are ways to do it besides just making it a guessing game. Give him utility outside of just, haha, I'm going to make up a direction. Oh crap, I've played this gladiator before.
Yeah, there's 3 of them too, which makes this even worse.
Ah,
oh, no.
See what I mean though?
Oh no, I know where this is going.
See what I mean, guys? They don't need more skewers.
Oh, that was a good fainter. Anyway, another question that was brought up by a person while I'm lying on the floor bleeding out. For Shinobi and Conquer, they were saying that they think they need a rework. What I was found surprised, they said Conquer needs a nerf, but to make him more fun. What are your thoughts on that?
Conqueror does not need a nerf, he needs a buff. Right now, Conqueror is the weakest of the knights, and for good reason. He has no utility. He has only a handful of options.
You lost Zone A.
Like for right now, oh crap.
Do you think another one's asking, do you think they'll have Wulin as a proper faction?
No, I don't. I don't think that they will do that to Wulin.
If they were going to do that, they would have done it with the Marching Fire up.
Yeah, they would have done the faction for Wulin a while ago. But anyway, back to the original question. What do we need to do with Conqueror? Conqueror, everyone calls Conqueror a light spammer. I get that complaint. Here's my response to it. What else can he do? Bash spam? Unfortunately, that's all he's got.
Oh, I'm not liking this gladiator work.
Oh, got him, boys. Got him, boys. Let's send this boy to Brazil. Boom. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. Get out of here with that crap.
Put a glad down, which feels great. Alright. What the? Did you ever see the For Honor 2 leaks?
No, I don't believe them either.
I was unaware those were even a thing.
Yeah, I haven't heard about them. I have not heard about the For Honor 2 leaks. I don't believe them, personally.
Maybe they should get a plumber.
Oh, I'm glad I died. Yeah. Oh, crap. Killed my own guy.
Okay.
But yeah, what could we do to make Conqueror better? The one thing that I think Conqueror has going for him is that all guard block into unblockable uppercut heavy. I think that's good. I like that a lot. Let's add more to that. How about with a superior block, like if he does a superior block, that grants a free light instead of a free bash. Or maybe a free heavy or something. What the problem is, it's the same problem that Peacekeeper had. One of the problems that people complain about with Peacekeeper is the only thing Peacekeeper can do is bleed them to death or light spam. She never got any executions because how could you get them with her? She's only good in the light. And that's a problem that Conqueror has. I can so rarely get an execution with Conqueror because I have no way to deliver my heavies. What they need to do is find a way to make Conqueror's heavies viable. And I can't say I have the answer on how to do that, but I know that's the problem. What even was that round? Oh, that was disgusting. I feel dirty. I feel like a dirty Onimusha.
Okay. One person says they understand his position on Orochi being against the game. However, there's arguably better spammers than him. Maybe.
Arguably.
I'd love it if he had a kick like Tozen, but as a bash instead of a knockdown. That's what Geist Draken says. I hope I pronounced that right. Geist Draken. That's a cool name. Oh no, Joshua, no.
Oh crap, someone help.
Oh, that's Toasty.
No, Toasty's a gamer.
Ah, you know what I mean. Oh, dear. He's angry. Berserker, no. Not while you're on fire. Oh, dear.
You lost.
Yeah, they had to gank to beat me.
Yeah, Musha's pretty scary now, and I'm not sure that's going to make it through the testing ground. I feel like a lot of them, particularly Glad and Musha, are probably going to be. They're probably going to.
Wait. What's the problem?
They were saying that, like Divine Crusader was saying Musha was scary.
Onimusha has become scary now. I think that a lot of Onimusha's changes are going to make it through. I think that these are good changes.
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking Musha and maybe Glad are a little too spooky. You want me to help or,
Help! This guy ganked up on me earlier. I want the help.
I just didn't know if you wanted me to risk the revenge activation.
Not if we play our cards right. Yep. Sending you back to Brazil, boy. You didn't learn your lesson.
You captured Zone A.
Isn't that like a war crime in Finland or something? Actually, probably Portugal.
Alright, B is in danger, but we have the advantage. Go clean out B. I'll hold this position. If I need your help, you can come help me out. Alright, boy. Let's see what you got.
Alright, they no longer have B.
Could use some help.
Coming your way. Oh, dear. Not sure I'll be able to help much, but I'll try.
Ah! I put a healing flag in. You can take advantage of it.
I got one.
Now kill Gladiator.
Oh, dear.
Team is breaking.
Oh, come on. I parried that.
Yeah, I know. It sucks. Sorry, guys. I know that you're probably sending a lot of messages to me. I can't read them. My computer is not working. My brother has to read them to me.
And I'm a little preoccupied at the moment.
You got him, bro.
Oh, we got each other.
Hey!
That's a good
Hey! Good fight. Good fight. What do we got, bro?
Let's see. What's Hater Raging Gaming says, "What's up, Raven? I see you still balling." True.
True.
Okay, here's a question from a person.
Okay, what's the question?
What do you think is a more annoying part of Glad? His toe fetish? I mean, his toe stab, or his bash with the buckler?
Oh, you want to know what's the most annoying part of Glad? His toe stab. That is the most annoying thing. Okay, look, his bash with buckler doesn't bother me. It doesn't do damage. It's annoying, but all it does is daze me, and it doesn't guarantee anything. So no matter what, I know if he does that bash, I can usually dodge away from him. His toe stab, he can feint it out of any heavy attack, which is so annoying. All he has to do is just cancel a heavy, stab my toe, and now he's done damage. Plus, they increase the damage of his toe stab. So now, what's the point in going to skewer? You're just going to want to toe stab me.
Skewer the foot, man.
Yeah, exactly, right? The toe fetish is what gets me. That's the annoying one.
Divine Crusader says there's an option to have messages show up on your screen. I'm not sure if we can do that, but can we do that for PS4?
I don't think we can do that for PS4. For PC, maybe, but not for PS4.
You can definitely do it for PC.
All right, let's see. I'm going to go... I don't want to go Glad. I don't want to sink that low. Let's go Hitakiri.
I'm going to stick with what I know.
Yeah, you do what you know, man.
Big on the Wing asks, what's the best Sabaton album for you? Great War is definitely the best in my opinion. Love World War I. Great history there, definitely.
Great War is a good album, but I'm gonna go with The Last Stand.
Yeah, that's kind of the album we were introduced to with him too. So
no, it wasn't. My brother was the one who introduced me to Sabaton, and your first real album with them was the one with Panzerkampf.
That was the first song I found.
Okay, that was your first song. But the first album we heard by them was The Last Stand, and that one just has so many songs I love from so many different battles and situations. So I'm going to go with The Last Stand was my favorite album by Sabaton.
Okay, apparently they're saying it is possible in PS4, but it has a setting in broadcasting, and they're not sure if we could do it midstream. But it might be something to look into next one.
We'll explore that possibility for next time, but next time I may actually have my PC all set up, so.
It'll be wild. They want an opinion on the Aramusha side dodge heavy.
His side dodge? Oh, like, do I think he should have one? What do y'all mean by his side dodge heavy? Do you mean his dash forward heavy, or do you mean his side, like, I don't know what we mean by that.
Let's see, hold on.
If he had a side, look, if you're asking me if I want him to get a dodge heavy, no. He's strong enough with this update. I like what he has now. Let's not go crazy.
They also say, do you know who the new hero is going to be?
Do I know who the... No, I have no idea who the new hero is going to be. I've heard rumors that it's going to be a Viking with an axe and shield. That's the rumor I've heard, but I can't say that for certain.
Finally get a traditional Viking there.
That would be nice, a traditional Viking, yeah. Hi.
Oh boy.
You captured Zone C.
Like I said, see that shield bash? Got him. He's gonna shove. Hit him. There you go. Good kill, Will.
I do what I can.
Zone A.
Finish him off. I'll cover you.
I think they took some of the sound for that. Because I don't hear the neck snap anymore.
That was a good kill. That was a very good kill. I'm gonna clear out B because I have the zone attack to do it.
Do what you gotta do.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, some guy's saying with all the new heroes, he was hoping for a mace hero at some point. He's not a big fan of the flail. I feel you there.
I feel you there too. The flail is not my thing. Okay, we got three heroes going towards A. Will.
All right, I'm heading back over there.
You captured Zone C.
Hold on a little longer, bud.
You lost Zone A.
Uh-oh. Hitakiri wants revenge.
I'm holding out.
Oh, crap.
Dang it.
He's ruthless.
Yeah, I asked for that one.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, I think he's a little salty. How are we looking?
Okay, so Divine Crusader's trying to help us with the broadcasting. You can set up messages on your screen. If you want to try, I'll leave some directions. Here you go. Go to broadcast via share button, go to the advanced setting, and it's called display messages or something.
Oh, yeah, I remember we did do that. Problem was everyone told me to take it down because they couldn't see the screen.
Ah.
Yeah, that's why.
There's the rub.
Now they're changing what they want. I'll tell you what, I'll do that next time. I'll do that next time.
See if people like it. If not, then we'll go back. We'll see. We want to keep it fresh with the kids, man.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
I'm afraid with that one line, I might have lost you like 100 subscribers there. I'm sorry.
Nah, it's all good.
Musha has a side dodge. I think he's talking. Yeah. I think I know what he's talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about, but
I think he just used it on me too.
holy crap!
I
What level is this Hitakiri? He's playing like a pro. He's a rep 1 Hitakiri?
Yeah, well, dude, Hitakiri does not take much brain power to use.
Yeah, genuinely. It's like I said, guys, Hitakiri has just gone back to what she was at base game when she was first released. She's unbelievably irritating now. Just unbelievably irritating. Can you beat her? Yeah. You better be a pro.
I'm not sure tonight. Oh, they're asking if they can get 2 viewers in. I'm not sure if we can do that tonight, considering everything.
Two view. No, I don't. I still don't trust the Wi-Fi.
Once we get to the new place and we see how stable the Wi-Fi is there, that might be more of a feasible option. But considering things have been crazy already with my PS4 as it is, and so because of that, I don't want to strain out the Wi-Fi any more than it already is. But since in the new place, we should be able to get it to happen.
I don't play around!
You captured Zone A.
Okay, Divine Crusader says he's just going to snipe them. I'm not sure the context of that, but it sounds brutal.
Stream snipe is what he means. He's going to get into a game and play against us. Well, feel free. One of the things I like about For Honor is it's really hard to stream snipe in For Honor.
That is certainly true. It's not like Rainbow where you can do that. That Zhanhu knows what he's doing.
Yeah, see what I mean? Hitakiri is now a beast.
Yeah, it took me and a Zhanhu to put one down. I think they got that oh crap.
Damn it. See, with Hitakiri now, it's just spam a lot of moves, I'm afraid. Ah, boy.
Yes, pig on the wing, we do not like Fortnite in this house.
No, I can't stand Fortnite. Hate me if you want, but I can't stand it.
I think it's a completely respectable opinion.
Well, I know that a lot of my fans don't like that I don't like it. They're like, why do you gotta hate on it? It's a fine game. I can't stand it.
It is what it is. Yeah, well, and there's another guy in there saying we need a rapier here, and I'd be curious to see how they do that. It would definitely have to be an assassin class, though.
Damn it. Guys, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. You don't need to be good. You don't need to be amazing. You just gotta spam a bunch of moves a lot. And I'm sorry, I don't like that. The fact that he has all this hyper armor again. The fact that he has a dodge heavy. The fact that he can just spam into these moves so fast. You've gotta have a brain working at 200 IQ to beat these guys. Oh, man.
Yep. Okay, here's one from Polish Bacon Griddle. If y'all had to create a historical-based character to add to For Honor, which would you choose?
I've been asked that before. It's a good question.
Well, typically they have to base it more off the weapon than they would have to off of the warrior itself, which is where a lot of the rub comes into, if you will. But it might be interesting to see some more pole arms be added into it. Like maybe something like a bill hook.
Ah, crap, he read me. Just, oh my, did he even hit me with a heavy? He just lighted me a few times. Ugh. I'm getting real mad at Hitakiri, guys, I swear.
That mix-up game on that Glad's pretty good.
I don't hate Hitakiris like I do Kenseis and Gladiators, but this Hitakiri's starting to rub me the wrong way. What's his score? 10 kills and 2 deaths. That does not surprise me. And he's a Rep 1 Hitakiri? No, that isn't true. I don't believe that. It's either a Smurf account or he's having help. I swear to gosh.
I'm leaning on Smurf. Yeah, well, this ain't the new Wi-Fi yet. This is just better than what he normally uses. You seem to be fighting a gladiator. Would you like some help with that?
I'd love some help, please. Holy.
Vengeance!
He's gonna bash revenge. Got him!
That'll teach you to pick gladiator.
And off with your head. Yeah. Oh, that helped. Appreciate it. It's sad that I need help to beat some of these characters, isn't it, guys?
Well, it's got new stuff with them, so we're having to adjust how we play.
Oh, Hitakiri's running from me? What are you doing, dude? You've beaten me consistently. Let's fight for real. Come on.
Where'd you go? Oh.
We're going to C. Oh, he was luring me in. Thanks.
Always here to help, buddy. Oh dear. He's about to go.
Revenge.
The enemy rally.
Yes!
Only one way to finish you off. I assure you, this long execution is vital to the strategy.
Hey, got him.
My toes, no! The restraining order said 100 yards or more. Thank you.
Got him. Attaboy.
Heal up, boys.
Heal up, boys, with a
Why do you
ghost.
think Highlander is OP?
Do I think Highlander is OP? I think people play him in a style that I don't understand, and it can become OP.
Get out of there, dude. Sorry, I was trying to do a thing.
Got him!
Nice.
It was a cheeser move, but we had to get it done.
It is what it is.
Hey! Woo! Hey!
Would you want to see an Ottoman hero?
A what?
An Ottoman, so like a Janissary. It could work.
If we went for a Muslim or Arabic faction, then yeah, add a Janissary. That'd be okay.
Well, honestly, I think that it would be cool to see sort of like a Caliphate faction or like a Rajput faction. You could kind of do a sort of a hybrid. Too.
Yeah, like a Rajput or Caliphate. That'd be. I think we could combine those.
That's a new element I've never seen before.
All right. What time is it? We got time for a few more.
Yeah,
okay.
We can do one or two more.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, there it is.
Tell you what, let's do one more testing ground, and then we'll do something you want to do, bro, because I know that this is kind of a little...
I'm doing all right, man.
Let's do one more of these, and we'll do a breach. How about that? That'll probably wrap us up for the night.
We can keep doing this.
No, it's okay. I mean, I'm enjoying this, but I've gotten to play the heroes I want to try.
All right.
I want to give you the chance to play your game modes, too.
I'd like a pirate hero, perhaps in the night. That would be hard to do.
Yeah.
all things considered, because if you did, it would have to be something like a Islamic pirate that could be around the Mediterranean during the times of the actual Middle Ages, because it would be very hard to do something like the Caribbean pirate.
If you wanted to add I know they mean a Caribbean pirate. I don't want a pirate, and it's not that I don't like pirates, it's just I don't think that would fit. Because you're dealing with a character with gunpowder in a world that's barely figuring that out.
Like, you might be able to use a Janissary like with a feat of like maybe a matchlock pistol, but I like something where like their main weapon would
Oh, it looks like we're having some trouble finding a match. Let's just go breach. That's
being a little pain.
I don't want to waste time looking. Let's just...
Oh, baby, I got enough for an execution. I'm going to look through those later. They want you to play Musha again and do a side dodge, heavy.
No! I'm done with Musha. I don't like playing Musha that much.
Highlander exists in the 20th century and Lawbringer has bombs. Yeah, well, the thing is, their feats, and the pirate, their main weapon would be a cutlass.
Yeah.
And so... But, like, when you think pirate, you think of them whipping out pistols and shooting stuff. But you really don't think of the cutlass too much unless it's like long, drawn-out, dramatic sword fights. And if you're going to do something like a hero like that, you might as well go with the musketeer rapier set.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like, it wouldn't be such a big deal, except that's a primary part of his kit. Okay, a pirate will use a cutlass in a sword fight, yes, but a pirate without his gun loses something.
Yeah. I mean, I get the appeal. I certainly do.
Yeah, I think it'd be a cool idea, but you gotta adjust for damage numbers.
If you want to see a pirate fight a knight that badly, go play the Deadliest Warrior.
Yeah, a pirate versus... That was one of the worst episodes I'd ever seen. Just what were they doing comparing a pirate and a knight? And then they didn't even really compare the...
We need a dual dagger here? I mean... I know it's not... Like,
Peacekeeper kind of already has that.
It's a farming sword and a dagger.
I know everyone says, oh, but it's a short sword and a dagger. Come on. It's two daggers.
It's treated as though they were two daggers.
Yeah.
You're still doing the art of the shiv. Conquistador here would probably be an insta-main for me. Anybody with a solid would be an insta-main. Well, Conquistador would be awesome. However, that might be like they couldn't call it a Conquistador because of Conqueror.
Who you gonna run, bro?
That's a good... You know, I'm gonna run Griffin since he's actually relatively close to getting up there.
I'm gonna do Conqueror because I've just been working with Conqueror lately. Conqueror is my Rep 18 hero out of the OG team, and that's sad, so I'm gonna work with Conk.
People are complaining about HL chain lights, but he can't use kick to grab against half the cast. If you're really good, you can parry the lights. It requires you to be very good to parry lights, though.
Yeah, a lot of people say that he spams lights, and yeah, I agree, he does spam lights. But then again, lots of characters spam lights. So
yes.
Here's the reality of the game. Think about it like this, guys. This is what I say. Lots of characters spam lights. Okay. Trash players light spam. Trash players light spam. Good players get creative. That's why I try hard not to light spam. I really do. I try hard not to light spam. Unless I have a player who is just light spamming the hell out of me, then I will sink to their level and light spam just to show them how infuriating they are. And wait for them to contact me to say, wow, I can't believe you did that.
Remember, it's do as I say, not as I do.
Exactly. It's kind of like when I played a Griffin because there was this one guy playing Griffin and he was incredibly annoying. All right, here we go. We're in, bro. Let's take it.
Yeah, Griffins are incredibly annoying. I'll just be over here.
Let's take it to the hoop.
Who do you think would win, 500 minions or two Shugokis?
500 minions or two Shugokis?
How hungry is the Shugoki?
Unless the minions are pikemen, Shugoki.
Yeah, the Nine Crusader's a fan of the Zhanhu. Has options. Okay, that's fair. Listen, Kosov Tadros, I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but I am below average. I'm right there with you, man, and I have to get creative with it too.
What was that? I'm sorry.
I'm average at best, and I try to get creative for Christ's sake. So I understand that.
Yeah, my brother and I are both pretty average, so don't feel bad.
You're average, and I'm I'm like noob tier, but I'm not even a noob anymore.
Y'all, I'm not that good. I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea by watching me. I am not that good. I just play the game too much. I literally had one person tell me in a message once, dude, you're not even good. I can't believe you're at a overall rep 500 and you're this bad. You're like the worst I've ever seen at this game. And now I won't say I'm the worst, but I am definitely not good.
Someone asked, hey Raven, would you ever do a For Honor montage with your OG Discord's clips? I mean, now that you're getting a new computer, that might be a possibility.
Wait, what was the question? I'm sorry?
See if you could do like a montage of your clips or something.
A montage of my clips? You mean like the kind of stuff that Vita Neon does or Hypersouls? Like meme level stuff?
Like a greatest hits thing. I mean, that might be possible. It would take a while to do, but I think it's possible.
I could do that for like a month. Like, if you give me a month to just do nothing but play For Honor and get together clips, yeah, I might get together something.
Yeah. Also, if your Discord server, like, guy sends you some good stuff too, you might be able to work with that. But the thing is, me and him are both going to have to get better at video editing.
Yeah, I need to get a lot better. Trust me, guys. Y'all, I think some of these guys think that I'm better than I am because I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah. Just because we have a YouTube account doesn't mean we know what we're doing. Yeah. What I tell... Very good at Divine Crusader. Divine Crusader just said, what I always tell people is rep doesn't mean skill, it means experience. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Rep doesn't mean skill, it means experience. And I think that sums me up pretty well. Coming, bro. Good block.
Not today, heretic. For it is I will defeat you. Yeet.
There we go.
Hey, Cliff, want to get a revenge on a warlord?
Yeah.
I can't activate revenge if I'm not locked onto you.
See, that's why I like playing Conquer in PvE, because I can actually use my executions.
Yeah, and he's got some really good ones too, which is a shame. Yeah, but the thing is, if we do a montage, like, we could do simplistic ones, but I think now that we have better equipment, we kind of want to see what it would take to, like, do some really fun stuff.
I'd love to do some cool montage work like Vita Neon, like some meme level stuff. But I just know I'm not good enough yet. And I know that I'm not a meme master like these guys are. These people can look at anything and just go, meme, and I'm like, I'm not that. I'm a historian, guys. And I know that's boring to a lot of you, but I swear, I try. I really do try.
Cliff, you must learn. History is used not to gain education, but to perfect memes. Be canon, train you.
Any new comments?
Oh, heavens. I have trouble keeping up with them. Let's see.
If they're just talking amongst themselves, that's fine.
We are one, we are war.
Ah. All right, we're taking zone 4.
I'm gonna go down and see how the land's going. Okay, somebody said I would start it with a music montage and try and sync the fighting with the music. That might be a good way to start because I won't require any fancy like Photoshop or After Effects or anything.
So a music montage?
Yeah, we can do something like that. Yeah.
I mean, I like music, but here's the thing, guys. Any music I use will probably get copyrighted, so I need to be careful about what kind of music I use. I need to find music that isn't copyrighted. Oh wait, what if we did that jazz copyright music? The one that...
Yeah, actually we could use that whole YouTube channel since all that's not copyrighted.
Yeah, we could use that. Yeah, let's try that. Okay, yeah, we'll try a montage.
Unless there's any of you mix masters out there that want to send in music to use.
Okay, let me ask a quick question to the chat, and Will, I'll need you to tell me what they say, because like I said, I can't read it.
I'm about to resume room temperature, so thank whoever was on the list. Thank you very much.
People were asking me to talk about the Raven Lord lore. Do y'all want to know any updates on that and how I'm doing it? Or, like, do y'all want to hear about that, or are y'all not really that interested? I'll give y'all a minute to reply to that. Bro, let me know if they, say anything.
They want you to use royalty-free ukulele music.
No, I can't stand the ukulele. I will not use ukulele music. Not unless they add a hula dance thing to For Honor. I will not do it. You would have to pay me.
I'll give you a bent Chuck E. Cheese token.
Man, how can I say no?
Yeah, there's a couple people wanting some lore.
Alright, for those who don't know anything about the lore, check out the Discord lore page where I explain the basics of it. There are a few things that I want to say. Some people were very interested in adding their own aspects to the lore. You're free to. I don't mind you adding aspects to the lore, but run it by me before you make it official. So, like, for example, one person, and I forget who it was. If I forget who you are, know that I have a lot of people messaging me at once sometimes, and I lose track of who asks the questions. But someone was asking me, can some Liminals, which are the name of the monster people in this world, can some Liminals possibly be corrupted, like wicked, evil? Yes, I do expect them to be. These Liminals are not just single-minded. They aren't just one-sided. They are just as diverse in opinions and goals as any human. Some Liminals are going to side with the Raven Lord. Some are going to side with Malarum. And yeah, that is the name I've decided to go with, Malarum.
Like the Latin connotation?
Yes.
Alright, and there are some other people that are agreeing with you on the ukulele music, the Divine Crusaders thing. Imagine a bunch of Battle-Hardened Warriors fighting out to ukulele music. That's kind of like the same vibe to the opening of Battlefield 1, where there's just like this sweet, smooth song playing, while you have a bunch of people just massacring each other.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of playing For Honor to unfitting music, but that's just heresy.
Only if it's like SpongeBob level ukulele. That I think we can make work.
Anyway, as I was saying about the lore. Okay, so a couple of things that we've added. The Raven Lord is still a master of the Ethereum sorcery. Now he's going to have an inner circle of warriors, or of kings and lords who have decided to join forces with them.
And federations, if you will.
Federations, yes. Federation, a covenant, whatever you want to call it.
Order.
And we're calling it, obviously, the Order of the Raven, or the Ordo Corax. This is where you guys come in. If you have an OC or a character that you want to add to this lore, that's your chance. You can create a character lore for your own personal member of the Order of the Raven, but there are a few rules. There is the Raven Lord cannot be superseded, and what that means is it's not that they have to be less powerful or just as powerful. It means they can't tell Raven Lord what to do. Okay, if they're swearing fealty to him, just like in any medieval context, the knight does not tell the king or noble what to do. The knight does not question the decisions of the lord or noble. They just do them. You know, that's kind of the thing. You don't always have to like it, but you don't question it. So don't come in and say, this character joined up with the Raven Lord, and he didn't like what the Raven Lord was doing, so he tried to tell the Raven Lord what to do, and the Raven Lord didn't do what he said. They had a small civil war until he eventually beat the Raven Lord in a duel, and the Raven Lord succeeded. I will not allow that. That doesn't happen. And that's not my ego talking. That's just not how that works.
There's other problems with it.
Yeah, that would not happen.
Another hot take over here, or another question rather. Pig on the Wing asked, what's the next topic of the next writing room?
Next topic on the next writing room is going to be writing antagonists. Writing an antagonist versus writing a villain. Because there is a difference between an antagonist and a villain. I'm not sure if people know that. An antagonist is not always a villain. We'll talk about the difference between the two. We'll talk about the proper way to write them. We'll talk about what makes a villain versus any antagonist. Lots of stuff to talk about in the next one.
Will you talk any bit about the difference between villains and anti-heroes? Or are going to give the anti-heroes their own line?
I'll mention the difference between a villain and an anti-hero, but I'll spend some I'll use a different video to talk about anti-heroes and side characters. I want a whole video just to talk about protagonists and anti-heroes.
Okay, so someone just said, I just replayed the campaign. I noticed the Knights campaign is not only the best story out of the three, but it's also objectively well-written story on its own, or it had a full arc of her own. I think, this is my personal opinion, I think that's because the story was incredibly rushed and the Knights got the most meat to it. And you can sort of see that at the game development too, as with each of the factions, Vikings and Knights you got 3 of the original 4, whereas the Samurai you only got to play as 2 of the heroes.
Yeah, well, let's talk about what you just said, that the Knights was the most well-written. This could be a good little quiz for all of you who watch my Raven's Writing Room. Why do you think the Knights is the most well-written? What did they do with it that they didn't do with the others?
Inner gate destroyed.
Think about it. Think about it for a second. No, seriously, just think about it. What did they do differently with the Warden that they didn't do with the Raider or the Orochi? What did they do different? Conflicting values and conflicting motives. The Warden is a true Warden, sworn to uphold her vows to her lord. What happens when her lord's a piece of crap? What happens when her lord is doing things that she knows is wrong? How do you deal with that? What do you do? That's the question. That's the question the Warden had to ask, and the Warden had to come to their own conclusions. Now, what did the Raider have to deal with? What conflicts did the Raider have to deal with that were internal? Did the Raider have to deal with the fact that, oh man, me and Civ have a history. I hate to have to fight Civ. Nope, never a problem. Did the Orochi have to deal with not agreeing with Ayu or anything that Ayu said? Nope, pretty much anything that... In fact, the Ayu did whatever the Orochi said, remember? Ayu said, we need to go. Orochi said, no, we're staying. And did Ayu fight her on that? No, just stayed.
I think Mal got it because he said Warden was conflicted.
Exactly! Mal's right. Mal, or Edgy. I know you're edgy, man. Edgy's got it. The Warden was conflicted. The Warden was dealing with external conflict and internal conflict. That's why you felt for what the Warden was going for. That's why as the Warden is killing these Vikings, especially in the last level, you feel like, man, do I really want to be doing this? This doesn't feel right. It really opened your eyes to how difficult this is for the Warden. I never got that from Raider. The Viking story just felt like I was going on a Viking raid. There was no real conflict. It was just time to go kill some people, which is fine. But I like the conflict.
Apollyon did not do wrong. She just wants you to admit what you are. I think somebody watched your Apollyon versus Astria video.
Yep, someone watched my Apollyon video. Someone get on that ballista and give me covering fire.
Somebody is on the ballista. Let's wait until my healing grenade comes back.
Thanks for standing there, Black Prior. I appreciate you. Oh, I didn't even see him coming. Any other questions, comments, concerns?
Yeah, the Viking story was painfully average. I'll agree with you there, Kosa. Divine Crusader says, I still think Astria is a decent character for what she is. She's not as good as Apollyon, but she's got her own thing going on.
Oh yeah, no question. Here's the thing. In my video, I was harsh on Astria. I was. But Astria is a fine character. She works well as a villain. She's fine. I just think that in the question of who's superior, Apollion's more well-written.
Okay. Gaius Draken says, Oroshi's story was basically Metal Gear Rising, Raiden versus Senator Armstrong. But you can't compare the two because Apollyon never played college ball.
Nanomachines, son.
That speech was pretty sweet, though. Are those the only rules for making a decent character?
What?
I think that the conflict.
You want to make a decent story, you add good conflict. Those are not the only rules for making a decent character. You want to hear what I think about making a decent character? Watch Raven's Writing Room. I go into great detail about what makes a decent character.
Who do you think was the worst written character in the campaign?
The worst written character?
Yeah, from Pirate Master 1234. Tristan Felder is
Let me think about that.
up on Raven.
Who is the worst written character?
And
Gotta be Orochi. Orochi was a Mary Sue or Gary Stew, depending on the gender you went with. Just couldn't be beaten by anybody. Was able to beat the main bad guy, even though they had no prior relationship. Was able to beat the Warden, the first character. And people were praising them for no adequate reason that we had seen. Like, all we knew was this legendary Warden could have stopped the Vikings easily if they had only been there. And I'm like, this legendary Orochi could have stopped them if they'd only been there. And I'm like, why?
Tozen couldn't do it.
Like, Tozen couldn't do it? Watching Tozen fight, I'm like, no, the Orochi's not nearly as good as Tozen, you know?
Yeah, well, what irritates me about it was, I don't care if she kills Apollyon. I was upset that you beat the crap out of the Warden, and it's like, the Warden gets his ass kicked by this person, like, and it's just like, oh, what if you were a knight guy? What if you were the knight? It's like, you have to use the samurai to beat up the knights. But the thing is, there's no converse. There's no reverse of that. And honestly, the Apollyon fight, they should have let you choose which guy you go as. I would have liked it if you could pick as the Warden, the Raider, or the Orochi to go in, so you could pick the one. And I think it would be a lot more poetic for the Warden to be the one to put her down, because the Warden kind of like was there at the start of it all.
Speaking of, all right, we're gonna end the night with me playing Apollyon. We're going to end the night with me playing Apollyon. Anyway, any other questions or comments or concerns while we're waiting on the game to load up?
Let's see. Okay, the average Crusader says, see, my thing is the Orochi and the Samurai just wanted peace. After the attack from the Vikings, it was probably the only way they could rebuild their society. It seems like desperation. I can see where you're coming from with that.
You can call it desperation, but I also call it a return to form, because as the Raider said, that raid reminded us who we are. And isn't that exactly what Apollyon was going for?
Yeah, and not to mention, considering in lore, after the samurai didn't get the peace they wanted to rebuild, like, they're still fighting.
Yeah.
But another thing is, like, and Warden versus Orochi, Warden was trying. He didn't want to kill the Orochi. If he did, Orochi would have been very dead. Well, I would like to agree with you. I just would have liked it to have been more clear throughout that, because it's kind of like, they just kind of mentioned it in passing. I would have liked maybe, like, the Warden to have been able to, like, get up and, like, prove, like, I would kind of let you do that.
I think that the problem was they were overplaying the Orochi. They were overplaying the Emperor's Champion, and that annoyed me a little bit.
What if the Vikings didn't go raid the Samurai? They would have been trying to raid a very well fortified Ashfeld.
My issue with the raid is they didn't need to go all the way to the capital.
Mm-hmm.
They could have just blown through that beachhead and then raided the smaller towns around it, gotten the supplies they needed, and pulled out. See, that's the reason I don't really think it was an act of desperation. It was an act of, let's do what we love doing and raid people, you know? If they were really doing it just for food or for resources, hit the towns around the capital that are less defended. No, they go for the capital. They work hard to go for the capital, and I'm like, why? Hit some small village. Hit some small town. Before the samurai can come in and beat you. That's what a Viking would do. And why is this taking so long?
I think it's me, honestly. But yeah, so John, I know that the Raider came in late. I'm just saying I would have designed the level the way so you could have chosen who you wanted to fight Apollyon. I know that's the way it was set up. I'm just saying I would have liked it to be changed around.
Here we go.
J.J. Johnson says Apollyon sees Astria. I hate you. Okay, so they were asking if you could improve the Raider and Orochi from the story, how would you improve them?
How would I improve the Raider or Orochi from the story? Okay, so let's start with the Orochi, because I just called her a Mary Sue or a Gary Stew, depending.
Yep.
make them actually have an issue with the Emperor or with Ayu. Like, say that maybe it was Ayu's fault that he was locked up in the first place, so maybe he doesn't want to take any orders from Ayu. Like, maybe say, Ayu, you're the one who sold me out, you're the one who told the Emperor that you would lock me up, something like that. And maybe this actually causes some degree of internal conflict between the two. How about make it that the Orochi actually tied with the Warden, but the Warden called off the fight, saying, this is still pointless, I don't know why you're still fighting, I'm trying to kill Apollyon, what are you trying to do? And that makes the Orochi actually realize, oh my god, I'm falling for my own thing. It's like, the Orochi goes, oh wait, in my attempt to get revenge, I lost sight of what I was really trying to do, and so the Orochi actually has to deal with, what are you actually trying to do? Are you working to find justice and peace, or are you just working to get revenge? Which just adds to Apollyon's theory that all they really want is war. You don't really want justice, you don't really want peace, you just want revenge, you just want blood for blood, which is war, you know? So maybe the Orochi is starting to question and realize maybe Apollyon has a point about us, you know? Maybe Apollyon isn't just crazy. You know, just a thought. Maybe the Orochi has to do some soul searching themselves. It's just a thought. What do y'all think? And as for the Raider, hold on, let me deal with this Raider.
The Raider is legendary. I hate that when you actually went through the campaign on stream, that he never said it.
Yeah, it was so weird. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Raider. Make it that the Raider, again, has some internal conflict. Maybe the Raider has trust issues. Maybe the Raider knows some of these people that they're fighting, like Civ or Ragnar or Stygander. Maybe the Raider was a relative or friend of Gudmundr, the Viking that the Warden killed. Maybe this makes them especially hate knights. Maybe the Raider doesn't want to go to the samurai. Maybe the Raider wants to take the real fight to the knights. Say, no, the knights are the ones who attacked us. Why are we going after the samurai? And it's Stygander who goes, you just don't understand, boy. This is about getting back to our roots. This is about reminding us who we are. And it's the Raider who goes, no, this isn't about that. This is about getting back at the people who hurt us, you know? And then how about this? Let's add another thing. Maybe instead of everything going swimmingly for the Raider, maybe the Raider loses that fight with the initial samurai, and they have to pull back and rethink their strategy a little bit.
Or maybe as they're going out and raiding stuff, he starts to realize, wait a minute, we're doing the exact same thing Apollyon did to us.
Yeah, that's a great point, bro. My bro just, if you couldn't hear my bro, he just said, as they're raiding and taking over towns and villages, the Raider starts to realize, oh my gosh, we're doing exactly what Apollyon did to us. We're no better than Apollyon.
Yeah, because one thing that really irked me about the thing is just like the Vikings are looking at their burning stronghold, like when the knights come through and they're like, this is terrible. How could this happen? And you made a great point during the stream. It's like, yeah, it's not like you never did this to any in any night town.
Yeah, exactly. When Gudmundr is just staring at his burning storehouse, he's like, ah, and we're all supposed to feel, oh, this is so sad. Wait, weren't they literally encroaching on Iron Legion territory? Weren't they literally stealing things from the Iron Legion? Weren't they literally burning towns and areas in Ashfeld?
Just minded their own dang business. That Apollyon never would have been able to rally the knights to her cause. So, literally, none of this would be possible without the Vikings going on their raids. Yes, I agree the ending was contrived. I understand the Vikings attacking, but the Samurai Knights suddenly fighting each other despite being in an armistice. I wrote a comment about that in the last bit.
Yeah, I saw that comment about how the Vikings started all that, and it didn't make sense how the samurai and knights fought each other. I think it was at that point all about bloodlust. They all wanted a fight. They're like, we're here, we're coming after Apollyon. Then they see the sword land, and they're like, oh, Apollyon's beaten? Well, I still want to fight. Who do we fight now? What do we do? And then the Vikings attack, and then they say, attack each other, it's a free-for-all. And the, and you see, too, a knight and a samurai try to stop it, like, hey, let's stop this. Maybe not all the knights and samurai understood anything about the armistice. Maybe only a few knew about it, and that's what started the fighting. Like, they didn't know about the peace. Or didn't care, anyway.
Well, peace is such a fragile thing.
Yeah, you said it best, bro. Peace is a fragile thing. Like Apollyon said, it doesn't last long. Oh my gosh, it's raining Valkyries. Anyway,
What do you think Apollyon would have done if she had killed the Orochi?
Gone out and fought herself. Probably tried to keep the war going a little longer. At the end of the day, I think she wanted to die. I think Apollyon was hoping to be killed by somebody. Because by getting killed, it destroys the common factor that they shared. They're all united against Apollyon. They're all united against her. If she lives, then they have that common unifying thing. And that prevents full-on war like she wants. Let's get this raider.
Divine Crusader, just a little nitpick here. Raven Apollyon's cape was actually more gray than a black.
What was that?
They were just saying that to try and make it a little bit more like Apollyon, you may want to see if you can make your cape a little gray.
Sorry, it's not perfect.
Yeah, he admitted it was a nitpick, but... thing is, it's a newer Apollyon. You see, it was only gray because shit was dusty. That's what we're running with.
It was gray because it was covered in dust. We're trying to get away from the rusted look, you know? What the?
You need some help up there?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm coming.
I'd hurry. I'm pretty low on health.
If Apollyon lived, it would have been discount Porkos versus Chimera. Well, the thing is, considering the situation, I don't think if she had beaten the Orochi, she would have just died in combat later because she would have been surrounded and taken out.
Yeah. Apollyon's a pretty skilled fighter. We've seen her take on 2 or 3 opponents at once.
Yeah, but eventually her stamina would have worn out.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's people, like, you watch Dragon Ball Z and you just think, oh man, these guys have been fighting for hours. They're so cool. I could do that. And most sword fights, most real sword fights, only last maybe 5 minutes at most. They don't last long.
If there's dust in the cape, should we not clean it out? Yeah, you gotta beat it out.
Yeah, you gotta beat that cape.
So you gotta go out and fight.
Like, yes, man.
Have you seen the Latin dubbed Warmonger lines?
Yes, I have. I saw those. They're pretty cool, and I would have liked them to be in Latin. Let's make that flag obsolete, shall we? Raider! I hear you're legendary.
Actually, he's just rare.
Come on, fill up, fill up.
A Polymom Centurion stalks. Okay, Pick on the Wing says, imagine the plot twist is that Asteria is actually Apollyon who was revived by Draconite.
I would hate that. I would hate that as a plot twist. That would be the worst. No,
oh, no
do not.
He admits that would be dumb. He admits
that would be the dumbest plot twist I've ever heard. It would destroy everything that Apollyon stood for. And I respect Apollyon way too much for that to be the case. That's the beauty of Apollyon. I may not like what she did, but I respect her as a villain and a warrior. That's the difference between Astria and Apollyon. I hate Astria and I want to defeat her, okay? She's a good villain, but I want to destroy her. Apollyon, I want to fight her. Because I respect her as a combatant. I respect her as a warrior. I respect her as an adversary.
And now for something completely different. Plot twist. Griffin is monkey.
Oh, I haven't heard that one before.
I was thinking more Shaolin was monkey. You know, the Sun Wukong reference and everything.
I can see that. Die by the ravens.
Actually, the Ravens are currently on loan from somewhere else. We gotta use crows today, sir.
Is that officer really blocking all of our hits?
Not anymore.
Die to the ravens.
We told him he had breadcrumbs, and this is the result.
dropping some coals.
Yeah, I know it's not without the realm of the lore with Draconite being a MacGuffin, but it's still dumb.
Draconite.
Oh, this is a hot take right here from Dominic. Plot twist: Griffin is holding cross. I'm not sure about that.
Griffin is holding cross. No. Now you're just going crazy. That's some crazy soup right there. I'm not buying it. Holding cross and Griffin the same person? No, can't be. Can't be.
Next, you're gonna say the next year is gonna be a 9. Imagine if Griffin sided with Hysteria instead. That would kind of come... Like, they could only do that if Griffin was not Holden Cross, because the thing is, Holden Cross's whole character was basically waking up to what the Blackstone Legion was.
Die to the Ravens! I like that execution. It fits me. It fits me.
It pleases me. Dominic, how dare you speak such blasphemy? How could you accuse Holden of being a monkey?
Trial by combat, right now. What? Fight you? That's not a trial. That's an execution.
Oh, here's a hot take, and I know you have an opinion on this.
Okay.
So, Raven, what do you respect playing the Joker, Heath Ledger or Jack Nicholson? Who's better? You have
no debate. There is no debate about who the better Joker is. Y'all ready to get pissed off at me? Get pissed off at me. Go ahead. I don't care. I don't care if I lose 10, 12, 20 subscribers over this. I will stand by this until I will stand by this to the end. Heath Ledger was a terrible Joker. There, I said it. I said it. Heath Ledger was a terrible Joker. Oh, go cry about it for me, why don't you? Go cry about it. Yeah, he died. It's sad. And I know he put a lot into the character. I know he put a lot into the performance. He was a good villain, not a good Joker. There's a difference.
Yeah, I think that's the big distinction. He was a great villain, but he wasn't the Joker, and I think Jack Nicholson captured more of the original-esque Joker right there. Because the thing is, our favorite Joker is Mark Harmon. And so that's kind of what we love, that's kind of what we respect, and Heath Ledger, while very intimidating and more darker and probably realer, we prefer the more cartoony and comical Joker.
Well, let me explain. I'm going to explain why. I'm going to explain why, bro. Don't worry. Okay, so here's why. Think about Joker. Joker is chaos. He is insanity. He is the exact opposite of Batman. While Batman has a goal and a directive that he wants to reach, he wants to defend, he wants to defeat crime. He is justice personified. Joker is chaos and disorder personified. He will blow up a hospital because he wants to blow up a hospital. He will destroy a city because in fact, there's this great line in the Batman Arkham City where this guy's saying, so how do you sign up with the Joker? Well, you just go in and ask. Like that? Well, yeah. And then you just hope. What do you mean, hope? And he's like, well, it really depends on Joker, you know. Some days he'll let you walk right in and join up. Another day he'll dip you in molten iron. Wait, really? He'll do that? Yeah, you never know what you're going to get with the big man. And that, to me, is Joker. Complete insanity. Complete uncoordination. You don't know what he's going to do. You don't know what he's up to. He doesn't have a plan. He's just being Joker. Now, let's talk about Heath Ledger's Joker. What did he do? What did Heath Ledger's Joker want? And I love how he says, do I look like a man with a plan? Well, yeah, you do. Your plan is to prove a point. Your plan is to prove that you can make people become as crazy as you if pushed in the right ways, if manipulated, if played. And you do that with Two-Face. You do that with the people of Gotham by forcing them into puzzles where they have to decide who lives and who dies. You're trying to prove a point. Joker is not about proving a point. Joker is about getting what he wants and destroying what he wants because that's what he wants to do. Now, was Heath Ledger intimidating? Yes. Was he scary? Yes. Did he play a good villain? Absolutely. That's not Joker. Jack Nicholson decided he was going to... Okay, let's look at it this way. Jack Nicholson, the first thing he does when he becomes the Joker is he kills the guy who set him up. Okay, fair enough. But then what does he do after that? Does he start his own crime family? Does he start his own crime lord? No. He starts putting chemicals into Gotham's products to make people have sick, demented smiles and die from them. Why? Because why not? He's an artist, and he is going to kill a bunch of people until he makes art. That's his plan. That's the Joker. I'm going to make art, and I'm going to kill people to do it. That's the Joker. And then when Batman shows up to ruin his fun, you know, I'm just going to get back at the Batman. How? By throwing a parade where I kill people. That's the Joker. It's what he does. Heath Ledger, his Joker, wants to prove that insanity is contagious, that you can make people insane. Congratulations. That's nice. That's something the Joker might try to do, but that's not my Joker. That's not the kind of Joker I want. That's not the kind of Joker that I think is equivalent to the original. The real Joker is the kind of character who does what he wants when he wants because he wants to do it. Not a Joker with an agenda.
Let's see.
Let's see if I've got hate now.
According to the Divine Crusader, no, I respectfully disagree. I think they both brought their own thing to the table, both of which giving him a good personality in their own way. Okay, that's fair.
Fair?
That's fair. The thing is, you guys can like him.
Yeah, y'all. If y'all like Heath Ledger, like Heath Ledger. I will never say, I will never tell someone not to like something. If you like, in fact, Fortnite, I know that I hate on it. I will never tell you not to like it. Like it if you want to. I don't. If you like Heath Ledger's Joker, like it. I don't. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't. Don't simp to me. Don't say, oh, if Raven doesn't like it, then I don't like it. If you like it, like it. I don't care. But don't ask me to change my opinion.
Okay, this is interesting. So Heath Ledger is objectively a good villain, but is not based on the comics. So basically, Nicholson is just a better adaptation. Yeah, that's
yes, that's pretty much the way I'm saying it. Nicholson is the better Joker. While Ledger was a great villain, he's not a great Joker. There. That, I think, summed it up perfectly.
Okay. Just listening to you guys talk about better Joker while cleaving people in half as the Angel of Destruction in a sword game. This is why I love this community, and this is why we love having you. Order of Raven versus Horkos. Who will win? Well, obviously, the Order of the Raven, we have Shugoki.
Well, if we're talking Order of the Raven versus, if we're talking Order of the Raven from the lore, oh, we've got it. We've got it. I mean, we've got Liminals, monsters. We've got a leader who can quite literally use sorcery from the Ethereum. Yeah, it's not even a contest, my guy.
We also have a better dental plan. Hold on, my phone just died. I'm gonna go grab the iPad. Give us a minute. We got.
Yeah, give us a minute. We can't read comments right now because my bro's phone just died, and that's what he was reading all the comments on.
Candyman AFK in peace.
Candyman AFK in peace. No.
Absolutely not. Alright. Live stream right now. There we go. Orko has encountered members of the Ordo Corax. However, has something pretty much akin to the Warp. Something much more powerful than Deus Ex Machina called Draconite. Yes, we have something much more powerful. Memes.
Beans.
I said meat. You also have me, so we always win. Of course, Censura Bear. Of course.
Whew. All right. What a fight. What a fight. I need some water after that.
Get yourself a nice sweet.
I feel better.
Did you just... Oh, that's right. I saw the volume turned up on this one. When I play this game with my friends, we usually talk about overthrowing the Senate and replacing the royal family. You mean the Senate in the U.S. and the royal family in England?
Or are we talking about a couple of different things
Listen,
here?
if you're going to replace the royal family in England, man, you're going to have to fight some necromancers at some point. There's no way Prince Philip's still alive at this point. I'm telling you, there's something going on here.
When I play this game, I just talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about.
Yeah, but my screen's frozen, so... Oh, there we go.
It's getting pretty late, so that was probably the last battle, but I'm going to edit my heroes. So, guys, if you have questions or things you want to talk to me about before I go, now is the time, because I've got about maybe 10 or 15 minutes before I have to get off and go to bed, because, hey, we're still moving a lot tomorrow, but tomorrow's the last day of moving, so we're wrapping things up tomorrow. And we'll celebrate with a video, maybe a live stream. Haven't decided yet. I'll let you know, but if you have anything you want to ask or talk about, now is the time while I'm editing some stuff. So, hit me.
Okay, hold on, let me get over
No, don't you dare, bro. do not do that.
Okay, monkey is monkey. Okay, so we got monkey order. They have monkey. We can't beat monkey. It's impossible. Monkey is monkey. He will get undodgeable to next Tuesday.
Who said that?
The average crusader.
Of course he did.
Prince Philip is Solomon Grundy. Yes, the British Solomon Grundy is Prince Philip.
The British Solomon... Yeah, that sounds right. British Solomon Grundy.
They'll have to apply Draconite to the target they desire to change. Anyone... when this powers works, they can control it. Yeah, Draconite at this point is basically Warp Stone for the Skaven.
Yeah, Draconite is Warp Stone right now. Can we all just agree that now the Skaven are going to show up and say, why all our stone go bye-bye? Why you steal?
They learn it from us. Thoughts of God of War Ragnarok? Did they try?
I don't know enough about the game itself. I know it's not going to be accurate to Nordic culture or the Nordic lore of Ragnarok. They're going to change it up a bit.
The expression of the gods more accurate.
I think honestly, the way God of War always does this stuff is they always make it contrarian. Because usually you think of Thor and Odin being the good guys. In this, they're going to make them the bad guys. That's the way God of War does things. Mm-hmm. The initial pantheon is always seen as bad.
Here's an idea. This is what fantasy race? This is from Pirate Master 1234 again. What fantasy race would each of the factions be instead of humans? Like you say.
So if the factions were not knights, Vikings, samurai, and Wulin, what race would they be?
I guess it would be like mythical race.
Okay, if they were a mythical race, I could totally see the knights as centaurs. Because I see them as noble. I see centaurs as honorable, noble, righteous. I see them as group mentality. I could see them more well armored. Either that or elves, because the armored stuff. Maybe dwarves. I don't know. Okay, actually, no. Take that back. The Vikings would probably be dwarves.
If you go like Warhammer Fantasy, there's...
Yeah, if you go by Warhammer Fantasy logic, then yeah, that fits. The other thing I could see the Vikings as are Minotaurs.
So Beastmen.
Beastmen. Yeah, seeing the Vikings as Beastmen would be very fitting. The Samurai, I would see them as Oni.
I could see them as Oni. I could also see them as Lamias.
Lamias, like snake people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Considering, how important snakes are to the mythology.
Yeah, snakes are very important to their mythology, so I can see them as snake people. I could see that. And then the Wulin, probably elves, or, yeah, I would lean towards elves, honestly. The gracefulness, the feeling superior to everyone else by virtue of existing.
So the High Elves, very much a Chinese dynastic mentality.
Exactly. So I'm going to go with elves on them. Elves for the Wulin, Lamias for the Samurai, dwarves or beastmen for the Vikings, and centaurs for the knights. You think that's fair, bro?
I think that's fair, and here's a great question, in my opinion.
Okay.
How are any factions not financially failing now since they are at constant war, aside from the Truce of Wyverndale, that is?
Okay, so now that they're at constant war, why aren't they financially failing? We don't know what the currency is of Heathmore, except for steel.
I imagine that it's based off of a feudal economy, so I assume that since there has to be like some back lines where there's some villages that aren't being completely destroyed at all times that are able to produce enough food to keep the dwindling population of soldiers.
Well, the funny thing is, according to the lore, after the Battle of the Eclipse, both sides took heavy losses, so now there are tons of resources, but they lack manpower, so they're having to recruit new members for both sides because they have an abundance of resources now.
Just consider this like the crisis of the 3rd century, with knights, samurai, Vikings, and some Chinese foreign exchange students.
Essentially, yes, that's what I would say. The reason they're not failing economically right now is because of the eclipse, because of the Battle of the Eclipse.
Divine Crusader says Viking would be werewolf, samurai would be Oni or Oni Baba, the knights would be angels, and the Wulin would be elves. Orcos would be demons, Chimera would be, Chimera. Well, the only problem with having knights is angels, if we go off the biblical angel model.
Yeah, biblical angels are OP as all get out. They would waste the other factions.
Shows up, be not afraid as you're smited.
Yeah, you got to realize biblical angels have unreal power. Okay, so if we're talking, and I know what you're probably, well, we're not talking biblical angels. Well, then we need to define the rules of angels.
Because if we're going off of supernatural rules, get out.
Don't even start. Don't even start. I don't want to have that conversation.
We'll have to see if we can play with viewers next live stream.
What was the question?
They were wondering if we can play with the viewers next live stream.
If we can play with the viewers like tonight live stream, yeah, maybe. It depends. We got to test out the internet.
Yeah.
See how it handles it.
If I'm not there, you could probably take on maybe 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because if I'm at work one day or something like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll try. We're definitely going to try at some point. And I'll need to decide who I play with because again, I can only have 3 people on to fight with.
Asks, why are we familiar with Greek gods but not Roman gods? I mean, they're very similar. I mean, the Roman gods are typically Greek gods with different names, and just a few things changed about them.
Yeah.
Zeus is Jupiter. Poseidon is Neptune. Are you asking like why are we familiar with the Greek names and not the Roman names?
Yeah, like I think that would be a better question. Why do we know the Greek names of the gods rather than the Roman names? Honestly, I think it's for expediency and for pop culture reasons.
I think that is just typically the Greek stories are generally older, and
yeah.
If you go back and look at like Homer, that they would use the Greek names more than likely than anything.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the Roman names, the most popular things going to use the Roman names would be the animals.
Plus, also keep in mind the Romans didn't take them as seriously as the Greeks. The Romans were busy trying to integrate all kinds of gods into their pantheon, whereas the Greeks were devout to their own.
Yeah, because towards the end of the Roman Empire, before they had accepted Christianity, the big god they were looking at was Sol Invictus.
Yeah, Sol Invictus was the final big god of Rome before Jesus
took over. Thank you, Constantine. What did Raven says? What advice would you give to someone trying to practice writing?
Hold on. Let me get some water before I answer that one.
That's gonna be a long one. The novice's advice for me is just write, because the more you do.
No, actually, that's really good advice, bro. Honestly, here's the thing. I'm doing Raven's Writing Room to give advice, but here's the ultimate advice I can give to writing. If you're new to writing and you're trying to get into it, the first thing I would say is know the kind of story and or character you want to create, and let your character be guided by the first thing that comes to your mind. And here's what I mean by that. If you're writing a story and you want to tell a fantasy story about a man and his girlfriend who's an elf, okay? I'm just spitballing here off the top of my head. And you really, really want this story to involve the elf having the man's child and them starting a family in a world that just doesn't understand their love. First of all, find inspiration for that. Find stories that involve elves. Find legends that involve elves. Get an idea of how elfish society works. Find a reason why humanity doesn't accept them. Create a context. I can't stress context enough. You need to understand what you're creating.
Context is key.
You need to understand what you're creating and why it has to be the way it is. Secondly, make sure that the characters are acting in a realistic way. Look at your characters, see how they behave. Is this the way you would behave? Is this the way someone would rationally behave, All I can say is, like you just said, bro, just keep writing, I tell this to my friends all the time. If you second guess yourself and hesitate to write just because you don't know, then you're automatically going to fail. You know, you have to admit to yourself, I might not know where I'm going with this, but I need to try. And if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. You backtrack, find out what didn't work, and you write again. I can't tell you how many stories I've started that I got sick of halfway through and had to restart them. But if you don't start, you'll never find the flaws. That's what I would say.
Yeah. Here's another one. Pick on the Wing asks, any games you're planning on playing once you get on your PC?
Definitely Total War Warhammer. Yeah. That is one I intend to do, no doubt.
Purely because I won't shut up about it.
Yeah, my brother constantly wants me to do Total War. I will definitely do that.
He used to love playing chess with me. He likes other strategy games, so I was like, you know, you're really going to enjoy a lot of the strategy games.
Yeah, I do love strategy games. I will eventually get For Honor. I'm going to get Skyrim for PC because that'll be a trip.
You already have that on Steam. You just need to get it back.
Yeah. Those are some.
So,
I haven't given it a lot of thought yet.
Ideas for new blunt weapons? Well, obviously, mace.
Mace.
Warhammer.
Scottish Warhammer, not the Hamar of the Jormungandr.
Creed Warhammer.
What was it?
Chinese Swordbreaker, the gun.
The Chinese Swordbreaker, that would be a good one. Or maybe the other,
that claw one, sort of. You know that. Oh.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember the name of it.
It's like a Z.
I'll look it up later.
Thank you for that tip. I did not know that there are times like how you can press more than one gear to delete. It's like, where have you been all my life? Gosh, that makes my life easier. New blunt weapons, bare hand. Well, if you use the right execution with Warden, it can happen. Just have a hero going with boxing tape. I'm gonna show you all what for. Raven's beak that Shad covered. Yeah, that would work.
My brother's basically just reading these right now to me so that I know what to say.
If I'd argue that consistency in character, plot, and world is priority when writing, then focus on the conflicts and variety. Oh, sorry. So, Kophos of Tardis, to clarify, he says, I'd argue that consistency in characters, plot, and world is priority in writing, then focus on conflicts and variety.
Okay. I never said that was not the case. You're putting words in my mouth. You're making it sound like I said the most important thing for a character was conflict. I never said that. Conflict is incredibly important, but I never said what the level of importance was. Consistency is incredibly important. Consistency for a character is crucial. But I will also say that a character who doesn't change, a static character, isn't always the best character. Bear that in mind. I guess comments are starting to slow down now.
I'm trying to see like there's.
No, it's okay. I'm getting tired anyway, so I probably need to start hanging up soon.
Ooh. If the future two heroes are Vikings based off wolf and deer, is there a mystical deer in Viking mythology they called it? The wolf can be called Fenrir.
Fenrir is the wolf. There's also a few stags in Norse mythology.
I suppose you could call it the satyr, but that's more Greek.
Yeah, I don't know if the Vikings are going to be based on a wolf and a deer. I just think the wolf and the deer represent Horkos and Chimera. That's what I think that is. I don't know if they're actually going to represent the new heroes.
It's like, what is it? Like just an actual deer, just they throw it.
Hold on, I'm getting a message.
No, he wasn't intending to put words in your mouth. That's my bad, and pretty much he's just attempting to clarify. That's fine. He just wants to make sure that's clear. Here, it's just a lot of the times when we're reading the comments, we can't really understand like the tone. There's a lot that's translated when you actually say something verbally. Yeah,
agreed. And I don't mean to insult anyone. It's just part of it's because I'm tired. I get irritable when I'm tired. But two, it's because I want it made clear. I have standards when I write, and never make it sound like, oh, don't say this, Raven, you're wrong. I'm like,
Yeah, no.
I don't like just being told you're wrong. I like a discussion. I disagree. Here's what it is. That kind of.
Yeah. So Kosef, you're good. You're fine.
Yeah, there's no problem.
You good, dude.
Not a problem.
I want a wolf here, just running around as a doggo. Yes. You can't attack anybody. You just maybe go around and lift up your leg on a corpse or something like that. Yeah, that'd be good. That'd be good. Keep them down for an April Fool's next year.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
Like,
if all the heroes were animals, that'd be kind of funny. I'd go with that.
The only problem is that would attract furries to For Honor.
Oh God, no.
Oh no. Predator here, orbital strikes and plasma forged weapons.
No.
Maybe in Rainbow.
In Rainbow Six Siege, sure. Here, no. I will not have it. I will not have it. Oh, I got this. Cool.
If possible, and if they had the time, can you make if you have the time, can you make a Rajput faction? If possible, Hannah can draw what you think of.
That's asking a lot of Hannah, and I don't want to bother her with too much more. She's already doing a whole lot for me that she didn't initially agree to.
We may have to. We have a few other artists that we know that we may be able to convince to do, but
Jay might, but I don't want. Again, I don't want to bother all these guys with things that they're not interested in and that they won't make any money off of. That's why I urge you guys to send me money or to donate or to buy from the Teespring store so I can afford to do these things.
Yeah, because artists, the commission, they need to eat too. We gotta commission them.
Usually they're nice enough to do it on request for me because we're such good friends, but I feel like I'm taking advantage of them at that point.
The more complex, like if we wanted to design a Rajput faction, we wouldn't just want like a little chibi or something. We probably want them to like put some real effort and detail into it, and so we would need to they would have to take some time out of it. They would have to take from their other stuff.
Right.
And I know Jay, he has a lot of professional work he already has.
Jay has commissions out the wazoo. He can't even work on his own personal stuff because of all the commissions he gets.
Yes, but no, it's not without the realm of possibility. We just have to look into it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, and let's see. Okay, Shrek hero with a machine gun. That's not a hero. That's a guardian.
Shrek hero with a machine gun.
Obviously a guardian right there.
Yeah.
When and if Astria dies, what would be your ideal For Honor villain or antagonist?
My ideal For Honor villain.
The developers.
The developers.
We can't.
Bring in the Ottomans. Bring in the Byzantines. Bring in an entirely new faction that the other factions must stand against. Or maybe, you know what? Have a story going about it. How about we do some freaking orcs? How about we bring in some freaking fantasy orcs and we have them fight the For Honor warriors? That'd be cool.
Since we already have Warpstone, just bring in the Skaven.
Yeah, bring in the Skaven. Have the warriors fight the Skaven.
3, this time it's personal.
Replace all the minions with rat people.
No, Divine Crusaders got it. The Mongols.
The Mongols. That'd be good. That's not a bad idea. I'm down with that one.
Or if we introduce the Rajputs and Caliphates could come as, dual opposing factions. Or, I don't know, maybe you could have, each faction have their own hero and villain, conversely. You have one that's controversial, one that's, Yeah, it could sound like that. I'm kind of an internet illiterate. It's okay. You'll learn, but you will regret learning once you do. Yeah, but for those who saying, if you want to commission them personally, I think you can find most of their accounts and you can mess with them going, hey, what would it cost? They can give you a better price estimate for what time it would take and what quality of work they could give you.
Yeah, let me ask their permission before I give away any of their contact information. Hannah has gotten a lot of people asking her to do stuff that she finds unnervingly disturbing, so she doesn't just hand that out anymore.
Yeah, them internet rules are fierce.
Yeah. All right, got time for at least 2 or 3 more questions, then we need to hang up because I am really, really tired, guys.
Ideas for a Welsh hero.
I need to think on that one. That one's out there for me, and maybe I'm too tired to think it's through. I'm worn out.
Well, we'll just pull Wales' flag out and just have a dragon just run in there and burn everybody.
There you go.
That's
I'll take that. I'll take that.
The current lore writer would make an excellent villain.
The current what?
Lore writer. Toasty would agree with you. A Hungarian hero, says Centurion.
A Hungarian hero.
What history of
Yeah, what time period of Hungary?
Or like if we're looking like around Kingdom Come Deliverance era, like early 15th century, that would probably be where they want to pick him from. Greek faction, good idea. Really, that would be kind of hard to do. If they decided to divide the knights down, they would want to do it would be a western side versus an eastern side, and the eastern side would be more Byzantine Greek, and so you might be able to work with something like that and bring up some old Greek ideas. But I know the big one that they would want to bring for a Greek hero would be the Hoplite.
Well, the thing is, Greek hero would be cool. But with Griffin showing up with Greek armor, probably not going to happen.
Yeah, because the thing is, basically, Griffin is fulfilling the ideas of 1, the Hoplite, and 2, the Varangian Guard.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't think a Greek faction is going to happen. I'd like it.
How about some tribal person like an Aztec? We had a guy a couple streams ago that he had drawn like a full-on Aztec Mesoamerican faction.
Yeah, I saw that.
I like it. And the thing is, he stretched out the obsidian weapons way more than I thought was possible, so...
Hey, obsidian's an interesting idea, you know.
Yep. We got the Maqueedle, and I've actually apparently heard that there's also pronounced the Makawit.
Makawit.
And now I'm confused. It's like, I've been saying it wrong.
Whatever you want to call it, you know.
Yeah, crazy stuff.
Suit yourself, I'm easy.
Alright, Marty Feldman, settle down. Alright.
Last one, and then we'll call it.
Alright, Bloody Griffin says the Chosen.
Last question for the night, guys, and then I'm going to call it a night.
It is, in fact, a night.
And then I will let you know about any further updates that I have not mentioned.
Okay. Aztec hero literally just calls in the sun as a T4 feature. Yes, sacrifice them to an Aztec sun god. Huitzilopochtli demands blood.
Alright. Question, or am I wrapping things up?
Alright. Oh, here it goes back to the Joker. It said, thoughts on Jared Leto and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker?
I don't have an opinion on that. I don't want to go into that right now. I'm way too tired, and I don't want to dive into the discussion. Let me just put it this way. Best live-action Joker, to me, is still Jack Nicholson. The newest Joker movie had a good Joker in it and an interesting portrayal of him. I'm fine with that. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was a creative movie. It took a lot of risks. It did a lot of cool things that I liked. But I just have this personal opinion about Joker, and I want Joker to stay true to what I see him as. Call me a purist if you like, but it's just my Joker, you know, and that's what I like. I have opinions on it, but I really don't want to dive too deep into them because it's already getting late. It's past midnight where I am, guys. I've gone longer on this stream than I have in a long time. Okay, but with that, I'm going to have to wrap it up, guys. If you have any other questions for me, please send them in the Discord.
And just want to say, yes, Divine Crusader, we do think this is chill, and we are happy that you are along with the ride with us.
Well, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this stream. This has been a ball. I have loved coming back to do this with you. Last day of the move is tomorrow. Couple of things to let you know about. Once we finish the move, I will be setting up my PC. I am going to finish up putting together the For Honor and Glory script so that I can record and get it to you. That's going to be fun. I promise I'll get that to you soon. I'm going to do another Raven's Writing Room. Go ahead and plan on that. It's going to be on antagonists and villains. Got another fantastical history coming up on vampires. I already talked about that. That's going to happen. And another Heroes in History. Planning on doing either the Kensei or the Orochi. Those are my plans right now. So bear with me. got some more interesting discussion videos. I've seen a few that y'all have put. There is a channel in the Discord now where you can put in video topics. Go there to add your topics. Go there to add stuff that you'd like me to talk about, as long as it's within reason. I will talk about it at some point. Give me some time to rest, though, guys. It's been a very busy week. I'm very out of it. I think you can tell. Anyway, guys, thank my brother, A-Wolf, or Post-Commodore, whichever you want to call him, joining in today. Really appreciate him. Thank you guys for being a part of this. Don't forget to check out the Teespring store. Please subscribe if you haven't already. The subscriptions really help me out. Throw some bread my way. I really need that because, you know, money's tight right now.
We also accept payments in cheese.
We accept payments in cheese. Thank you, bro. And don't forget to like the video, comment if you haven't, check out the Discord, check out my other videos. Got a lot to look at. Some debunks, some history base, some gaming base, lots of stuff. Got a lot of stuff to look at. All right, guys, I'm rambling because I'm tired. I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you so much for joining in today. Love you. Good night.
Love you guys too. Thank you, Divine Crusader. Thanks for the